November 15, 1864. After conquering Atlanta, Union General William T. Sherman gave the order to burn it. But this was just the beginning. He had a new, terrifying idea. He would not just fight the Confederate Army, he would make the entire South howl with terror. He ordered his men to cut the telegraph lines to the north. 60,000 men were about to vanish from the map, deep in enemy territory. This was Sherman's march to the sea, an army without a supply line. They would live off the land, foraging for food and destroying everything else. They were called bummers. Their job, take what the army needed. But the line between foraging and looting was quickly erased. They burned what they couldn't carry: barns, cotton gins, homes. This was total war, not just defeating soldiers, but destroying the will of the people. But the march was something else too. For thousands of enslaved people, this wave of blue was freedom. They abandoned the plantations and followed the army, a river of liberation. Sherman's primary target was infrastructure, the railways that supplied the Confederate armies. His men became masters of destruction. They heated the rails red hot and twisted them around trees. They called them Sherman's neckties, a brutal, symbolic message: this railway will never be used again. The psychological toll was immense. Sherman was making the South howl. He was proving that their government could not protect them. For 36 days, the world had no idea where they were. But Sherman's army wasn't lost. It was conquering, and it was heading to the sea. On December 21st, they reached the coast. They had cut a 60-mile wide, 300-mile long path of destruction right through the heart of the Confederacy. They captured the city of Savannah. Sherman sent a famous telegraph to President Lincoln: "I beg to present you as a Christmas gift the city of Savannah." The march had broken the South's economy, its infrastructure, and its will to fight. It was brutal, it was devastating, and it was decisive. Sherman had invented a new kind of total war, and in doing so had hastened the end of the Civil War.